has technology added to the huge toll of scams on consumers, and do you have any annual figures of all of these losses?
I don't have the annual figures other than to suggest that it is considerable and growing. There's a brand new scam. Just read about it this week. Again, it's IRS related, but it's not a phone call. It's an email that you will receive, and it'll say, this is an important email from the Internal Revenue Service. In order to access this email, you have to, there's some encryption that you have to go through. It's very easy to do. You just press on it and it leads you to the site.
Wow.
Well, the site will do two things. Number one, it could introduce a virus, or it could literally steal your information. So you made a point earlier, the IRS does not work this way. They don't. They do not email us. They will email, or they'll send us a registered mail
Right.
if there's an audit situation. They're not going to call us. So just don't even entertain them. Do not open those messages that are suspicious. And please, please, please be careful with social media. We present way too much personal information on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter accounts. It's not necessary. Everything that we send out on social media, we should ask ourselves, would a bad guy really like to have this information? Where I went to high school? What street all these questions. What street did you grow up on? If you just plug this in and
So
you
keep
put
it more
in.
generic.
Sure.
Yeah. TMI, no good.
Because the bad guys will say, hey, I understand you grew up on Mount Carmel Street in Fitchburg, Mass. Is that correct? They gotcha. Yeah. They gotcha.
Now, something I've heard recently also, our cell phone numbers are becoming an area where people can find out so much information about us. They're starting to say, don't give out your cell if you don't have to. It's becoming the new Social Security number. Yeah. But we have to provide our cell numbers for so many things. Like, how are we supposed to work within the confines of that, where they say, oh my God, your cell number is the key to everything in your life?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. A company called First Orion out of Arkansas, they are consultants to the technology companies, the telephone companies, the providers in the United States. 2017, fewer than 4% of all incoming phone calls to our cells were robocalls or scam-oriented. 2018, that percentage grew to just under 30%. 2019, it's at 45%, so almost every other phone call the average American receives is a scam, averaging about 14 per month. They just keep on coming in. Strongest admonition, build your library of people you know, calls that you expect, businesses that you conduct business with, family members, of course.
Yeah, so if it's a no name, don't answer it, and then try and block it.
If it's important, well, if it's important, they'll leave a message, and you can respond. This morning, I probably had three
of them
calls.
Already? Yeah, that's
Came
what
in,
I get
and I look at it and go, oh, come on.
So I don't know
yet
this
another
person.
one.
Yeah.
It's from these.
And they don't leave a message.
Obscure sites, maybe in Indiana or Minnesota or whatever, or they spoof. And what spoofing is, they borrow your area code with the prefix, the first three numbers of your own call, and you look at it and go,
oh yeah,
wow, who's calling me from Williamsburg, Virginia? Nobody you know.